ahead for Jared.
He announced his retirement today.
Yeah.
Your thoughts?
Amazing career, phenomenal teammate, Stanley Cup champion. Couldn't be happier for him, you know. I think, I can't wait to see what he's going to do. Because I know he's going to show up someplace. I think he'd be awesome in the media. Great personality. Heard he did the DU game not too long ago, yeah. So, I mean, yeah, I'm excited for him. You know, next step in his career, I kind of touched on it with Tyson Barrie, same thing. Both great teammates, great guys, great careers, a long-time Avs, and yeah, just rooting for him in the second part of their lives here.
What was it like to have him as a leader during, your first year here when things were kind of not going well, and he was one of the people to kind of step up and say, like, he wants to be part of the solution? Like, what did he...
Yeah, it was great. It was great. And you watch that first year, even like the start of our year, I don't think it was going to be some amazing year for us, but the losing started when we lost him and Varley, like we were holding it together at 520 a quarter of the way into the season, and then we didn't win that much the whole rest of the year in 60 games. So obviously has an impact on our room, and he's a really good player. And that's tough year. You never know who's going to want out and who doesn't see the future. I think EJ really loved playing for the Avs. Loves the city of Denver and the state of Colorado, and he showed trust in Joe and Chris, and that we'd be able to turn it around, and that he wanted to be here and be part of the solution. And I got a lot of respect for guys like that are willing to go through a little bit of unknown and a little bit of the grind in order to get to where they want to go with people that they like.
Gabe said that, his presence, him as a whole has kind of resonated throughout, whether he was here or not.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen another player that has had that kind of impact on a team?
Yeah, but it takes a special person, right? Like, he's playing other places, Buffalo, Philly, and yet you wander through every once in a while through the locker room and someone's telling an EJ story, or that they just caught up with him or just saw him or whatever it is. So, I think the connections he built here were really strong with me, with our staff, with our players. Someone's always, and he's a communicator. He likes to check in with guys. He's a good friend that way. So, yeah, it's uncommon that, especially during the busy parts of a season, where you get to keep in touch with the guys like that, but he does a good job of reaching out and checking in and seeing how things are going and telling a couple funny stories, and then next thing you know, a week later you hear another one.
Every once in a while we hear some of the EJ stories. He was pretty mischievous. Did he ever prank you at all?
Did he ever what?
Prank you at all? Mess with you?
No. I think there's enough guys in that room to prank without him coming to the coaching staff, but he's like, that's the type of guy he is. I think it's and it helps keep the room light. Like he had a knack of being serious when he needed to be, and then still having fun, both at the rink and away from the rink.
Putting the Stanley Cup aside, what is your favorite memory of Erik Johnson here?
Oh, they put me on the spot on that. I mean, I just have a lot of them, and it's more for me just like his day-to-day demeanor and how he handles things, and I enjoy the communication with him too, because he'll talk to you about anything, his game, his life, other guys' games and life, just like opinions on. I respect his opinion because of what he's done and how long he's been here. So I can't think of one, in particular at this point.
Game tomorrow. Everybody that was on the ice, is that basically who's going to be playing?
We're playing them. Well, we're down to, almost our team here with a couple extras. So we're pretty much playing our full roster.
So Sam Girard?
Nope.
Do you think he has a chance to play on Saturday?
Yep.
Are we to the point now where, like, Trent's here and he's going to go to LA and Mackenzie's not? Or, like, are you ready to, like, rule out Mackenzie for, like, opening night essentially as well?
No, I'm not, but we're getting close to that point. Yeah, like I said, it'd be like sometime in the start of the season, and I'm not concerned if he misses a game or two at the start of the season. It's a long year. There's lots of games for both Wedgie and Blackie, but he's making good progress, Blackie. So I'm not ready to rule him out for anything just yet.
You've had years where you guys would have to pick up a goalie on waivers, say Frank Soz is going to be injured long term. You don't expect this to be anything like that with Blackwood?
No.
You mentioned a long leash for Malinsky playing on his left side, and I think it's interesting to see him playing with Rashawn reps in practice and game situations with both players on their offside.
Yeah.
Seems like it might be a difficult environment for them to find success, but also more challenging for them. I guess I was curious how that factors into your evaluation of Malinsky and if that challenge is intentional.
Oh, it's definitely intentional. Like, you don't play a lefty on the right and a righty on the left like normally, and they won't play together like that in a game, right? Because we have Manson, Burns, and McCarr. So, but that is. I mean, I've seen Jack play the offside. I think he's perfectly capable of doing that. I think both guys are stronger on their natural sides. But again, like, this is a time. If Sam's not going to play right for us unless there's injuries, then he needs to play left. And as many reps in game situations when you're playing an opposition that's hungry and trying to win and is going to make it difficult on you, as many reps as we can get him in that to get him more comfortable, the better off we are. And I think he looked more comfortable on the left last night than he did in the previous game, and hopefully that continues again tonight.
Don't want to. I'm trying to preface this question without making like widespread. Anyway, a lot of guys come from Europe or especially Russia, and they play a certain way, and it takes them a long time to adjust. Some guys put up lots of points over there, and then they come here and they can't adjust. It seems very obvious that Bikov plays a very North American style of game to begin with, I think.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
it seems like I was talking to Evan the other day, and it feels like he's never a step slow. It doesn't, like, it was expecting him to be a step slow on certain things. Because of the ice size of the ice or the style of play or whatever, it just seems like he's not. I'm just wondering if you've noticed he looks more like kind of ready to go NHL style than the other people that have come over.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, and I think that's why, Joe and Chris identified him and got him in the trade, because you're projecting a year or two, whatever, out, and what does your roster look like, and what kind of needs do we have. You always want to try and get the best player or best prospect or whatever you can in some of these trades, but you're also, if it's a tie, you're trying to get someone that fills a need, and he has a North American style. Like, that's how he plays. He hasn't stepped on the ice for us once in 2 weeks where he hasn't showed that this is who I am and this is my DNA. So now it's just up to us to help him to get incrementally better day by day, and I think the more comfortable he gets, the more he learns English. He's starting to talk a little bit. He can understand some things, and the more comfortable he gets with that, and the more he can understand, the better I still think that he's going to get. But I like the way he plays. He's a competitive, heavy guy. Like, he's playing for keeps out there, and I like that. And he gets to the dirty areas of the ice. So, yeah, we just got to keep working with him, and he's just got to keep performing like he has so far and keep trying to improve.
Your last one, Scott? Good. Thank you.
All right, thanks.
Thanks,
Yeah.